welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is where we discuss true crime, politics and current affairs. If you're interested in all that, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode. But today we're going to continue with the case of Kouri Richins, and we have some new news. This was November the 7th and today is November the 9th. So a couple of days ago, the court is going to freeze Kouri's assets until trial. If you don't know who Kouri is, let me give you a brief summary. I do have a whole playlist about this video, about this case, and I've got documents available. It's a whole thing. I've been covering it since Kouri was arrested. But Kouri Richins was arrested on the 8th of May 2023 and charged with first-degree murder and multiple counts of second-degree possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. The murder she is charged with is that of her husband, Kouri Richins, who died on the 4th of March 2022. And remember, Kouri was arrested on the 8th of May 23, so just over a year after Eric's death. She's accused of poisoning him with fentanyl, as he died of a fentanyl OD, too much of. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly. The only people in the house at the time of Eric's death were himself, Kouri and their children. Kouri's family argue that Eric accidentally took too much fentanyl, or maybe didn't know he was taking fentanyl. The prosecution is saying, nope, she did it. And also Kouri wrote a book not long after her husband died about grief, and it was a children's book. And recently she's been writing a novel that's very similar to her case while she's been in jail. So yeah, but the new news in regards to her assets. Let me get the thing up. So no, I don't want it to look like that. I don't want it to look like that. There we go. This is from KPCW. And it's local to Heber City, which is where Kouri and Eric lived. So the court freezes Kouri Richins' assets ahead of her murder trial. If you want, you can listen. I listened once, and they just voice what they have written, which I think is a very good idea. But so here she is, her most recent court appearance. Someone could have sorted her blazer out, and she's wearing makeup this time. That was an interesting change. She hasn't really been wearing that much makeup previously, but she's got the eyes, she's got the cheeks. Just an interesting point. But the Camas realtor, which is Kouri, because she was a realtor, faces action over Utah's Slayer statute in civil court, in addition to criminal charges. Okay, so she's got criminal charges. She's also got civil charges going on. I've done a video on it. The so-called Slayer statute is a law to keep killers from profiting off their crimes. And if Kouri is convicted, it may apply to her. She's innocent until proven guilty, but a court can still take measures to preserve assets in case of a conviction. After hearing November the 3rd, Third District Court Judge Richard Mrazek found that there is substantial evidence supporting the aggravated murder charge, so he is freezing her assets for now. That includes assets held by Kouri Richins Realty, where she's the sole employee. He also gave Eric's family a formal financial interest in Kouri's own estate since the time of Eric's death. It's collateral in case she transfers money or assets that a court later determines should have belonged to Eric's family. Oh, it's likely Kouri will be allowed to transfer assets to pay her lawyers though. So just in case she does a bit of money shifting, the judge is like, nah, I've got that, no. Judge Mrazek said he wants to be careful to preserve Kouri's ability to fund her defence, otherwise her Sixth Amendment rights might be violated. Eric's family had also asked the judge to appoint a third party to control money she earns through her company, Kouri Richins Realty. Eric's family attorney, James Tracy, said the bank foreclosed on 4 of Kouri's properties in September 2023. Mrazek refused to divert the potential proceeds from those foreclosures. He again cites the need to allow Kouri to pay legal fees. She's involved in numerous civil lawsuits besides the criminal murder case. That includes the probate case, which will determine who inherits Eric's estate. There's also a $13 million lawsuit from Eric's family, which seeks wrongful death damages, because in America you can be charged criminally for murder, and then you can be sued privately for murder. That's weird. The court put portions of the probate and wrongful death cases that overlap with the criminal case on pause indefinitely, i.e. we'll get the murder charge dealt with and then we will go ahead with the civil cases. The $13 million wrongful death suit had added Kouri's mother and brother as defendants after Kouri transferred ownership of her mum's house from Kouri Richins' estate back to her mum. That portion of the lawsuit, where Eric's family is alleging Kouri is trying to hide that asset from them, will still move forward. That was a whole thing. Again, I've done a video on it. For some reason, Kouri's mum's house was in the name of Kouri's business, but she recently put the house back in her mum's name because it is her mum's house. Why wouldn't you? That's what they say. But then Kouri also sued her husband's estate and trust, seeking the property held by both. Mrazek didn't rule on these two suits November the 3rd. Because he's just like, dude, just let us just get on with the criminal one first. He told both sides to confer and get back to him with a joint decision on whether those should proceed alongside the criminal case. I.e., he's told them, stop it, behave yourself, do your job, and be adults about it, is what he said. That's how I interpreted it. And this was written by Connor Thomas, KPCW reporter. So thank you, Connor. So yeah, that's a whole thing. But the Slayer statute called it, that is where someone who has been convicted of murder cannot profit from said murder. So if she is found guilty, anything that she would have inherited from Eric, she don't get. Any proceeds from the books she has written and is currently writing, she does not get. If it's proven that the second book she's currently writing in jail is about Eric's death. Because it might not be. Apparently. But yeah, this is the latest. Thought it was interesting. Bit of a different take. You know, it's just like, right, we're just going to freeze everything until we figure this just out. And I think the judge is being very fair. It's like, no, you can still have money because you've got to pay for your lawyers. But I'm going to keep an eye on you to make sure you spend it on the right things. So I appreciate that. Mr. Mrazek is doing a rather wonderful job. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is the correct decision? Or should her money not be frozen because she is technically innocent? You know, she does have children. Her and Eric have children. Those are being looked after by Eric's family at the moment. So, yeah, this is getting messy. Next court date is in December. No date has been finalised yet. In the December hearing, we are hoping that the court will decide which of the walk the dog letter or novel pages the prosecution get to see and potentially put into evidence. If you want to know what the walk the dog letter is, again, I've done a video, we went through it, it's a whole thing. I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. But she can't make any money from those novels if they are proven to be novels rather than the truth or witness tampering. but the judge has said that he just dismissed it. No witness tampering, which is what the prosecution alleged, and no, and the whole we're not going to get a fair trial. He just dismissed it. In the last court appearance, he was just fed up. He was like, no, you behave, you're both being silly, stop it, I'm dismissing it all, come back to me in a month's time with your shit together, is what I interpreted that as. So, leave me a comment below, let me know where you've come from, Reddit, Facebook, one of my various social media places, maybe. And also let me know what you think about the whole case, about this specific issue, maybe. And go follow me on all the socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want more updates on this case. And if you enjoy current affairs and politics coverage, follow me over on TikTok and Twitter /X, stupid Elon. And that's where I share stories that I think need more coverage, that I don't see much coverage of in the mainstream media. I'll see you over there. Thank you very much for joining me again for another video. Oh, I've kept myself small. I will link this below if you want to go read it for yourself. But otherwise, thank you very much, and I will see you